Okay. So now I just have to put the ribbon on the sponge bar. And this is not my favorite type of glue to use. I used just some liquid crafty glue the last time, but I can't find it, so I'm doing it with this. I tested another one and it worked fine, so I'm just putting the glue down a little bit at a time. And then laying the ribbon down on top of that glue. Now this will need to dry for about a day. Well, I'm not going to let it dry a whole day because I have to go somewhere tomorrow where the machine that this particular sponge bar goes with is going to be in use. So I'm going to let it dry overnight, which should be just fine. So you're just laying it down. You want to keep it aligned with the foam, which is pretty easy to do because it's the same width as the ribbon. And I'm just going down along, attaching the ribbon to the foam. And really this can be done in about 5 minutes if you're not trying to videotape yourself doing it. So, just want to make sure that this is working out okay. And I had pre-cut my ribbon. I want to peel it back a little bit and make sure that I'm getting it where I want it. And again, this is going to need to be replaced in about a year again. Since it's pretty cheap to do. And depending on how often I use my machines, of course, it may be needing to be changed earlier than a year from now. But the important thing is to check periodically and make sure that your sponge bar is in good shape still. And for you folks that are Bond users, the podcast is going to have some additional information on how you can modify your Bond, an older Bond, because the newer Bonds actually have a foam strip under their needle retainer bar, so that the needle retainer bar reacts much more like a sponge bar. And the purpose of the sponge bar is more or less just to keep the needles from moving in their channels side to side, which is why with the metal bed machines you see such an even stitch. There's no, it doesn't look like hand knitting at all, and it's very obvious that it's a machine knit. You can tell the difference between hand knits and machine knits once you really get rolling with it. So there, it's all attached to the foam. Now I'm just gonna give it a liberal gluage down here at the tip end. Oops, fell down. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna give it a good gluage right here. A little extra on the end here. Kind of glue it down good. And zippity-doo-dah-day, my sponge bar, or needle retainer bar as they're sometimes referred to, has been refurbished. How's that? Put the glue away, trim off the end here with my handy dandy scissors. And there you have it.